Hello students, once again welcome to a social science class. My dear students, in the previous class we have discussed this chapter, that is growing up as boys and girls. In this chapter we have dealt with many examples that how the society used to look at the boys and the girls in a different manner, isn't it? In that, the case study of Madhya Pradesh, and we also have dealt with the case study of Samoan Island. Whereas when we discuss about the Madhya Pradesh case study, what we have seen that the boys and girls, they can study in a co-education only up to class 5th. This is the scenario which I am talking about. It is of 1960s. But after the child passes the class 5th, the boys and girls, they have to go in different schools. The boys will go to the boys' school and girls will go to the girls' school, isn't it? Even the design, the school design was also entirely different, isn't it? What I told you in the previous class, that the girls' school have been designed in such a way that where the girls used to play, that is being, it is like a courtyard, means the playground is covered with the walls, so that the girls cannot peep outside and nobody can see the girls. Okay, so it was completely, it is from the to keep them aloof from the outer world. Now the same thing when we saw the boys, here what we have seen that the boys' school is entirely designed in a different manner, means here the playground is completely open, the boys can play and anybody can see, or even they can see, so there is no such restriction for the boys. All the restriction comes to only to the boys, to the girls. Similarly, what we have seen here, that even the girls, once they finish of their classes, they used to go in a group to their home. Once the school hours is over, they go to, the girls always they used to go in group, whereas the boys, they can chat with their friends in the standing in middle of the road, or they can stand idle over there, nobody asks question. But the girls, they always goes in a group. Why? Because they feel insecure, and if they go alone, they may be attacked or they may be teased. So in order to protect from all these things, or to avoid all this situation, the girls often prefer to go in groups. This is what we have seen, isn't it? Then we also discussed here one more thing about the women, those who are working, especially the homemaker, means the women, those who are homemaker or housewives, their work are never been valued at all, isn't it? That what we have seen. It is wrong conception. Why? Because the woman who is working at home, she puts her effort, she puts her labor in that, and she used to look after the whole family. But still, like you have seen in the case study in the chapter, that how one play was there, isn't it? In which we have seen that what Shonali feels and what the Harmeet feels about his mother not working. And Shonali says that the Sardarji's family, in which the Sardarji's family, the wife, the lady, the Singh's, the Harmeet's mother is not at all working. So she is working at home only, and she is not a working woman. So therefore, her work is not being valued at all. So for one day she gives a challenge here, that let the household work, the daily routine work, let managed by the husband and the kids, and for one day she will be in full relax. But the end of the day, the whole one day after a day, it seems the whole house was unorganized, and the kids were also understood, and the husband also understood that without a woman, the family or the things will not come in, means it will not be easy, or it is not so smooth to run the family. The woman, which whatever she does, actually her work should be respected and valued, isn't it? So now the next topic which we are going to deal with is a domestic workers. In this we will see who are all called as a domestic workers, and what type of a treatment they do get from their employees. Okay, so here again we will see that if you remember in the previous class we talked about the servant, the maid who was working in the Singh's house, okay, Mangla. So that what we are going to discuss today, that how these people are being a domestic worker, they are working at their home also, then they work आउटसाइड, घर से बाहर जाके भी वो दूसरों के घर पे जो डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स काम करते हैं उनके साथ कैसे बर्ताव होता है और उनको जो सैलरी जो मिलती है क्या वो उनके लिए पूरा होता है, मतलब वो जो सैलरी है वो बहुत ही कम salary they are getting. Okay, at the same time you will see that they are not being treated as a human, rather they are being disrespected and their work is always being devalued by their employee. So this is what we are going to discuss in today's class. Okay, so now let us see the lives of the domestic workers. डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स मतलब ऐसी औरतें जो बाहर घर से बाहर पैसा कमाने के लिए दूसरों के घर पे जाकर जब काम करती हैं तो उनकी जिंदगियां कैसी होती है एंड हाउ दे आर बीइंग ट्रीटेड, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू सी हियर. नाउ इन द स्टोरी अबाउ, हरमीत's mother was not the only one who did the housework. A lot of the work was done by Mangla, their domestic helper. तो उसने जैसे हमने बीच में उसमें क्या देखा था वो प्ले में कि मंगला जो है वो भी छुट्टी में थी एक दिन के लिए, तो शी इज़ ए मेड. ओके, तो यहाँ पर आप देखेंगे मेनी होम्स पर्टिकुलरली इन टाउन्स एंड सिटीज एम्प्लॉय डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स. खास तौर से जो शहरों में जो है घर के काम करने के लिए आपको बहुत लोग जो है मेड्स को घर पे रखते हैं, क्लीनिंग के लिए, स्वीपिंग के लिए, कुकिंग के लिए भी रखते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ वॉशिंग क्लोथ्स एंड डिशेस, कुकिंग, looking after young children or the elderly one. Now most domestic workers are mostly women. Sometimes even young boys and girls are also employed for it. कभी कभी जो है जो बहुत यंग लड़के लड़कियों को भी काम पे लगाया जाता है. They also go as a domestic worker. They also work like a maid or the servant at the in the cities, in the homes of the cities. Okay. Now here आप देखेंगे ये जो काम करते हैं उसका जो वेजेस है, जो उनकी जो सैलरी है इस काम के लिए उन्हें बहुत कम पेमेंट दिया जाता है. Wages are very very low. Understood? Here what? The domestic workers, you will see those who work as a domestic workers, their wages are very low. So my dear students, as I told you that the domestic workers, their wages are very low. At the same time, they as a domestic work is also not given that much value. Okay, so let's see what the Mangla has to say. She is a domestic worker. Let's see what she has to say. My first job was with a rich family that lived in a 3-storied house. तो जो उसको जो पहली नौकरी जब मिली थी वो 3-storied बिल्डिंग, एक बहुत बड़ा रिच फैमिली है, वहाँ पर उसको नौकरी मिला. The Memsahib was very strange as she would shout to get any work done. मतलब उनकी मेम साहब इतनी स्ट्रिक्ट थी कि उनको हर काम एकदम सही कायदे से होना था. My work was in the kitchen, और उसका जो काम जो था मंगला का वो उसको किचन में काम करना था. Whereas other 2 और भी 2 वर्कर्स थे जो बाकी घर के बाकी काम के लिए, जैसे स्वीपिंग हो गया, क्लीनिंग है, वॉशिंग द क्लोथ्स एंड एवरीथिंग, वॉशिंग यूटेंसिल्स, वो सब चीज़ के लिए वो काम करते थे. नाउ वो कहती है हर दिन जो है मंगला को सुबह 5 बजे तक पहुंच जाना था. एवरी डे मॉर्निंग शी हैज़ टू रीच देयर बाय 5 o'clock. ओके, नाउ वंस शी स्टार्टेड हर डे 5 o'clock इन हर मेम साहब हाउस, तो ब्रेकफास्ट में इसको क्या मिलता है? सिर्फ 1 कप टी और 2 रोटी. ठीक है, वो भी बासी रोटी. तो आप सोचिए उनको ब्रेकफास्ट के तौर पर 1 कप टी और 2 बासी रोटी. तो यहाँ पर क्या है कि दूसरी जो 2 औरतें हैं उनको भी इसी तरीके से मिलता है. तो कभी कभी क्योंकि मंगला सर्वेंट जो मंगला जो मेड थी वो क्योंकि किचन में काम करती थी, तो किचन में जो है ये 2 बाकी उनका भूख पूरा नहीं होता, बिकॉज दे वर्क ए लॉट, सो दे नीड दैट मच intake also, isn't it? That much food also required. But लेकिन उनको 2 से ज़्यादा रोटी नहीं मिलता था. तो ये जो बाकी जो 2 मेड्स हैं they often ask for some more roti from Mangla. तो कभी चुप चुपा के जो है वो उनको एक्स्ट्रा रोटी कभी दे देती थी. तो like this you will see that we could not wear chappals on the house. यहाँ तक उनके साथ तो उनको इन डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स को एक इंसान के तौर पे भी नहीं देखा जाता था. मतलब उनको जो है उनसे काम लिया जा रहा है, वो उनके घर के लिए वो काम कर रहे हैं, उनको घर पे जो है जो टाइल्स हैं तो ठंडे के वक्त में चप्पल पहनना चाहते थे इन लोग, लेकिन ये चप्पल भी उनको पहनने नहीं दिया जाता था. सो व्हाट हैपेंस देयर, जो उनका जो पाँव है पानी में काम करते करते इट सम टाइम वो जो है उनका पाँव चोट हो जाता था या सम टाइम इट गेट स्वेल्स अप, बट देन स्टिल the house owner, she never allows these maids to wear a chappal. Understood? So here you can understand that how these people were being treated by the employer. Okay, the person, मतलब जो उनकी जो हाउस ओनर है वो कैसे जो उनको काम पे रखा हुआ है उन्होंने कैसे इन लोगों के साथ ट्रीट किया जा रहा है, ये आप समझ सकते हैं. नाउ did we are not work all day, did we not deserve to be treated with some respect? ये मंगला और ऐसे लोग जो हमारे घर के लिए काम करती हैं, क्या उनके काम को हम रिस्पेक्ट ना दें? क्या उनके जो काम वो कर रहे हैं क्या उसके लिए हम उनको एक इंसान के तौर पे ना देखें? मतलब उन्हें भी इंसान के तौर से देखना चाहिए, उनके वर्क को इज्जत देना चाहिए. एंड मोर ओवर दे आर ऑल्सो ह्यूमन बींग लाइक अस. नो मैटर उनको हमने काम पे रखा है, डजेंट मैटर, but they are also human being and they too have some they too have some likings and all, so we must respect them as a human being. But what we have seen normally ऐसा होता नहीं है. Okay, that is very wrong. Understood? Now, in fact, what we commonly term as housework actually involves many different tasks. A number of these tasks require heavy physical work. जिस काम को हम घर का काम बोलते हैं और उसको बड़े लाइटली लेते हैं, वो देखा जाए तो टायर्ड कर देता है. मीन्स वंस यू, बिकॉज आई एम ऑल्सो हाउस वाइफ इन द सेंस आई एम होम मेकर. मैं घर पे भी काम करती हूँ, बाहर पे भी काम करती हूँ. आई एम अ वर्किंग वुमन एज वेल. सो घर का काम व्हेन यू स्टार्ट अप नो इट नेवर एंड्स, कीप ऑन कंटिन्यूइंग. तो इट इज समथिंग हैवी फिजिकल वर्क. And in both in rural and urban areas, you will see that women and girls have to fetch water. Especially in urban area, so this problem is not there. The urban area, the women is working outside also and at the home also. Whereas if you go to rural areas, the women they used to fetch water at the home. Okay, पानी निकालना, उसके लिए पानी जो फ्रेश वाटर पानी लेके आती है, दूर दूर तक मीलों चलती हैं, वहाँ से वो पानी तालाबों से लेके घर पे लेके ढोकर लाकर रखती हैं. तो ये सब जो है यू विल सी दैट. एंड इवन द वीमेन ऑल्सो यूज टू गो टू कैरी फायरवुड्स. चूल्हा जलाने के लिए भी उनको लकड़ी की ज़रूरत है, ये भी वो जंगलों में जाकर काट कर लेकर आती है. तो these all work is a physical tiresome work and it is heavy job. So these all being done by the women, but still we feel that it is their natural work and they are not being respected as the men get the respect. Okay, चाहे वो रूरल एरियाज की women हो या फिर वो अर्बन एरिया की women हो. Now apart from this we can also see that the women also washes the clothes, washing the utensils, cleaning, sweeping, picking up loads, require bending, lifting, carrying, everything the women used to do. But apart from that, you can also see that you can see your mother also working in front of the stove for hours and hours. इतने गर्मी में किचन में खड़े होते वो कुकिंग कर रही है, काम कर रही है. Everything you might have seen that. The work women do is strenuous and physically demanding. Words that we normally associate with men. लेकिन एक्चुअली देखा जाए ये बहुत टायर्ड करने वाला काम है और बहुत थका देने वाला काम है. बट इसके बावजूद औरतों को वो इज्जत नहीं दी जाती है जो एक मर्द को मिलता है. Another aspect of housework and caregiving that we do not recognize is that it's very time consuming. कहाँ घर के काम के साथ आप ये भी देखेंगे कि एक टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, दैट इट नेवर एंड्स एज आई टोल्ड यू बिफोर ऑल्सो. मतलब इतना वक्त लेता है कि sometime in fact if we add a housework and the work women do outside, we find that women spend much more time working than men and have much less time for leisure. अब for urban women, अगर आप औरतों के काम करने के वक्त को अगर आप कैलकुलेट करो तो घर पे भी काम करना है, बाहर पे भी काम करती है, जैसे अर्बन एरियाज की. या I can give the example of myself. I am a working woman. So at the morning I used to wake up by 4:30. Then I used to go school by 8:30 and then come back 2:30. After that, after coming home also I have lot of work to do. So by the time I finish all the work by 5 o'clock, again I sit with my son for 2 hours for his studies. Again it's 7 o'clock for the dinner. Again I have to prepare for the dinner, and by the time I go to bed it is 10 o'clock or 10:30. Then again next morning I have to get bed 4:30. So you just calculate, hardly I get 5 or mostly 5.5 hours to you can think that, or 6 hours I used to get just for sleep. So I don't have much leisure time. So this is the problem, that the women, their working hours is so much that they don't get time for themselves also. Okay, so उनके लिए अपने लिए leisure time नहीं है. So here you can see. So my dear students, we talk about the equality, isn't it? We often used to talk about the equality. It is also been guaranteed as one of the fundamental rights in our constitution. But still, do the men and women get the equality? Do men and the women, they get equal rights, or they've been treated equally? If you say in reality, it is not so, though it has been guaranteed in our constitution. Okay, so we often talk about right to equality, isn't it? In reality, inequality between sexes exists. The government is therefore committed to understand the reason for this and keeping positive steps to remedy the situation. For example, it recognizes the burden of child care and housework falls on women and girls. कभी भी बच्चे की देखभाल जो करना होता है वो हमेशा औरतों के ऊपर आके गिरता है. वो men never used to do that. Always the women used to look after the kids. So this is also now when we talk about the equality, why men can't see, why men cannot look after the child, why it is always, it becomes a natural thing that women have to look after. So this is also one of the question. Okay, now because of this, now what happened, the आंगनवाड़ीज जो है set कर दिया गया है. You can see आंगनवाड़ीज had been set by the government. Now let us see. This is naturally has an impact on whether girls can attend school. बहुत सारी आप देखेंगे कई जगहों पे लड़कियां जो है बहुत स्कूल नहीं जा पाती. Okay, they don't go to the school. It determines whether women can work outside the house and what kind of job and careers they can have. Means ये भी कोशिश की जाती है कि औरतें कौन सी काम करेगी और क्या ये बाहर जा सकती हैं काम करने के लिए. तो ये सब जो चीज़ है ये सोसाइटी जो है पहले से तय करती है कि औरतें कौन कौन से काम को कर सकती हैं. So now what happened? The government has set up the Anganwadis. Most of the women know they are unable to go outside for work because who will look after their kids? So this become very big question. So now the government has started up a Anganwadis. Now, or this is Anganwadis का मतलब क्या है? Child care center. It means child care centers. Okay, where women can go. This is a child care center. Now, what here the government has passed law. Now, recently the government has passed a law according to which it has made compulsory that कोई भी organization में जहाँ 30 औरतों से ज़्यादा वहाँ पे कोई औरतें अगर काम करती हैं किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में तो वहाँ पर it is a duty of the organization to provide creche facilities. creche माने जहाँ बच्चों को, this is what we call creche. creche means जहाँ छोटे बच्चे, जैसे I am working and I have a small baby, so who will look after my child, but at the same time I also want to work. So for that aspect, what happens here, the kid will be looked after in the creche. Okay, so now the government has made a law that any organization where more than 30 women are working, there a creche is a must. Understood? So that the small kids will, जो औरतें वहाँ पे काम करती है उनके बच्चे जो है वहाँ क्रेश में उनका देखभाल किया जाएगा, साइड ही साइड वो अपना काम भी करती रहेंगी. Okay, the provision of creche helps many women to take up employment outside the home. It also makes it possible for the girls to attend schools. अब क्या है, इससे क्या है, लड़कियां स्कूल जा सकती हैं, औरतें बाहर घर से बाहर काम के लिए जा सकती हैं, क्योंकि अब उनको जो है उनके बच्चे को संभालने की चिंता अब नहीं, क्योंकि क्रेश बना दिया गया है. और ये गवर्नमेंट का एक लॉ है कि किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जहाँ 30 से ज़्यादा औरतें हों तो वहाँ पे क्रेश होना मस्ट है. Understood? Now let's move. So my dear students, I hope whatever I have taught you so far, you have understood that how society used to behave differently irrespective of the sex, that is male and female. Now here, this is the last topic which I want you to understand, that is double burden. Double burden means nowadays a woman, especially in urban areas, the women, and even in rural areas also nowadays, they go for work outside. At the same time at home also they used to work. So earlier also they used to do that home at home they used to do all sort of the work. Now extra work is that in order to earn more, these women, they used to go outside their house for working. So it has become a double burden on the women. Now she doesn't get that time for herself and not for resting, not for the leisure. But even though now she has to perform the work at outside also and in the home also. So this is what we call as a double burden. For example, as I told you, a working woman who has to work 6 to 8 hours outside, coming home she has to do all the work of the household. That is also her responsibility. Despite all doing all these things, she doesn't get that much of time for herself or for the resting. But as a human being, her working hour is more. This is what we call as a double burden. So my dear student, as you people are small kids, I want that you should respect your mother and value her work, even if she is a housewife or she is a working woman. In both the aspect, a lady is the one who looks after everything and she is the one on whole family rest on. So therefore, it is your duty and it is your responsibility to give her more value of her work and give respect to your mother and moreover, I want you all to make her happy as much you can. Okay, so my dear students, now there are certain terms which I feel that you must know about it. The first one is identity. Okay, now identity is a sense of self-awareness of who one is. Typically, a person can have several identities. For example, a person can be a girl, sister and a musician. Means identity when I say, it means that it is a sense of self-awareness. Means it tells who are you, who one is. Okay, so a girl can be a daughter, she can be a mother, she can be a daughter-in-law or she can be a wife. Okay, so like that one person have lot of identities. Okay, so this is what here the term means. Now next is caregiving. What is this caregiving? Now caregiving refers to a range of tasks related to looking after and nurturing. Like a small baby, it needs a mother's affection and you take extra care for the rearing up of the child. This is what we call as a caregiving. Okay, a small child needs a mother's affection and even the mother also puts a lot of effort and she takes utter care of the child. So this is what we call as a caregiving. Besides physical tasks, they also involve a strong emotional aspect. That's what I told you right now. Okay. Now, the last term is devalue. Okay. When someone is not given due recognition for a task or job they have done, then they can feel devalued. Okay. Now here the best example I can tell you about the woman who is working at home. She is just a housewife or a homemaker. She often feels that her work has been devalued. Why? Because most of the people in our family, they feel that the woman who works at home, she has nothing to do, and in whatever the work she is doing, it is not a very big deal. Okay, so this is the wrong aspect. We should not think like that, because whatever the work they are doing, it is also time consuming and it is physically demanding work, and it is you have to put a lot of effort and pain. So we have to change our concept, we have to change our mindset regarding these things. So here devalued means when somebody is not being given a due recognition for a task or job what they have done, then they can feel devalued. Okay, so my dear students, I hope whatever I have taught you today you have understood very well, and this is Deepa Sadha signing off. Goodbye and Jai Hind.